and welcome to another edition of Chip Shots. I hope everybody had a great week out there, and we've got action from all across the golf world. So let's get started. And we're going to start in the PGA with the American Express. Three players were tied for the lead going into the final round at 20 under par, with another six within three shots late in the action. But it was Hudson Swafford who prevailed in the end. The 34-year-old shot an 8 under 64 to win a 23 under for his third win on the tour, and his first since the 2020 Corrales Punta Cana Resort and Club Championship. His first win came at the American Express in 2017. Swafford broke the three-way tie atop the leaderboard with Francisco Molinari and Brian Harmon, with an eagle on the par 5 16th to move to 22 under. He grabbed some more breathing room with a clutch birdie from the edge of the green on the par 3 17th to take a three-shot advantage to the 18th. A Swafford par on the 18th meant Tom Hoge needed to hold out for eagle on his 72nd hole, which he did not. The 32-year-old Hoge finished second at 21 under, followed by Brian Harmon, Lanto Griffin, and Lee Hodges, all tied for third at 20 under. In the PGA Champions, yes, the champions were in action. Miguel Angel Jimenez kicked off the Champions year with another great start in Hawaii. Jimenez, the cigar-smoking, free-spirited Spaniard, birdied the par 4 18th hole in regulation for a 6 under 66, and then beat Steve Alker on the second playoff hole to win the season opening Mitsubishi Electric Championship at Wailea for the third time. They finished one shot ahead of Vijay Singh and Stephen Ames, who each birdied the final hole for a 68. Ernie Els, who had the lead going into the final day, couldn't keep up and had to settle for a 70. He finished three shots behind. And lo and behold, the women were in action as well. It just kept coming at us this weekend on a difficult championship at Lake Nona Golf and Country Club. Danielle Kang ran off 5 birdies in a 7-hole stretch in the middle of a round and posted the low score Sunday at 4 under 68 and sprinted away to a 3-shot victory at the season opening Hilton Grand Vacations Tournament of Champions. Kang finished at 16 under 272, 3 shots clear of Canada's Brooke Henderson, who shot a 70. So the women are off and running as well as everybody else. And on the DP Tour, formerly the Euro Tour, Thomas Pieters won his first Rolex Series title as a gutsy closing 72 handed him a one-shot victory at the 2022 Abu Dhabi HSBC Championship. The big-hitting Belgium hit the front on the first and never looked back, opening up a 3-shot lead just before the turn and holding off the challenge of a high-class chasing pack on the way home. Rolex Series winner Rafa Cabrera Bello briefly caught him on a back nine, but as those around him stumbled, Pieters kept his cool to finish at 10 under, one clear of Spaniard Cabrera Bello and India's Shubhankar Sharma, and 2 ahead of Frenchman Victor Dubuisson and Norwegian Victor Hovland. So DP Tour, they're off LPGA Day. If you watch any of the European Tour, they had the weirdest, I think it was the first hole, but they had a hole where the green had like a rise and a table there, and that's where the pin was, and boy, it was tough to get to. They kept rolling off of that little incline that was in front of this, and that was a very, very tough hole. But Pieters managed to hang in there and take home the title. And that's the week's wrap up. And one other bit of news in the golf world, former pro Bob Golby passed away at the age of 92. Those of you old enough to remember in the 60s. And Bob Goldie was out there battling with Arnold Palmer and Jack Nicklaus, and he passes away at the age of 92. Okay, let's take a quick break, and we will be back to check on the calendar for next week.
Sponsor an ad on the podcast. Support our show and let people know about your business. Email us today.
516-619-6341. That is the voicemail hotline if you'd like to leave a question, a comment, anything at all. Just call that number, 516-619-6341, and we'll play it on the air. Or if you'd like to be old-fashioned and send me an email, send it to talkinggolf@gmail.com. That's talkinggolf@gmail.com.
Now it's time to do the calendar. Now it's time to do the calendar. Oh, hooray, let's sing the calendar. Now it's time to do the calendar.
All right, here's the calendar for next week. The PGA, they're playing the Farmers Insurance Open. Patrick Reed is the defending champion there. The PGA champions are off next week, and the LPGA is in action. They're playing the Gainbridge LPGA Boca Raton, where Nelly Korda was the defending champion in that event. And the DP Tour is in action. They're playing the SLYNC Dubai Desert Classic. And Paul Casey will be defending his title on that one. All right, well, that's going to wrap it up for this week's show. Another quick one. Trying to keep them concise and quick. And I hope you enjoy it. And I hope that you'll hit the subscribe button and hit the like button as well if you're watching on YouTube, if you're listening to it on one of the many outlets, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Overcast, so many more. I hope you also hit the subscribe button so you always know when a new edition of ChipShots is coming out. And until next time, remember, as you walk down the fairway of life, you must smell the roses, for you only get to play one round. I'll see you all next time on the next edition of ChipShots.